Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Bug Rock of the Week. The Deep Dark Cities and Warden have been added to Minecraft Java Edition in the most recent experimental snapshot. We're going to be doing a deep dive on everything that there is to know about these Wardens, doing some explorations of the ancient cities, and also poking around with all of the new features as well. This place is absolutely terrifying, it is super atmospheric, and there is a lot to see. So let's hop into it, shall we? This is the first thing that I saw when I loaded up the snapshot, so that should give you an idea of how Minecraft feels. So the Deep Dark apparently is a pretty rare biome. As you can see, the closest one is 5,000 blocks away, and I'm currently sitting at 0, 0. The Deep Dark Cities are located down at the very bottom of the world. This one is at Y-30, and it is absolutely huge. I would compare it to that of a nether fortress or a mine shaft, because they are giant and sprawling and confusing, and they just kind of go on for miles and miles. It's actually a pretty cool thing. Because this is Java Edition, we have spectator mode, so we can actually see the entire thing from the outside to give you an idea of the scale of it. I also gave myself some night vision just so we can actually see what is happening. And as you can see, these things do go on for quite a ways. Now, the size of the cities might be tweaked, and they might be a little bit smaller once they're actually released. That was mentioned in the changelogs, but as you can see, their current size is absolutely massive. This snapshot also adds in the Sculk sensor, Sculk blocks, Sculk veins, Sculk catalyst, and of course the Sculk shrieker as well. Now, these 5 blocks have all been on Bedrock Edition for quite some time, and I already did a deep dive video looking at all of their mechanics, doing some tests with them, showing you the properties of all these things. So if you want to learn more about all of these blocks in detail, then definitely check out that video. Not much has really changed since then, and it appears that all the mechanics are exactly the same between platforms. One thing that's very important to know about the Deep Dark and the ancient cities is the fact that only Wardens will spawn this biome. It's basically like a mushroom island, but only Wardens live here. Nothing else is going to spawn here. You won't have to fight any other mobs or anything like that. It very much adds to the eerie feeling of this just being an absolutely dead place that you do not want to be in. When it comes to the ancient cities, the Sculk Shrieker is going to be the thing to watch out for the most. If this activates even a couple of times, you're going to get a Warden on you basically instantly. Now, stepping on this, even if you're crouching, will send out a shriek. And then in the distance, you can hear the Warden. So it takes a couple of activations, but if you activate it too many times, you will get a Warden. Oh, there he is! And if you get a Warden, you just straight up gotta run away, because there's nothing you can do to fight him. There's literally no point in fighting him. And also, even if you don't make any noises at all, he can still find you by smelling the area. There's really not much you can do besides run away or try to hide. As you can see, you get this extreme darkness effect, and even if you just torch spam the entire area, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to see. Ah! Oh, there we go. A couple of quick tips for you for the ancient cities is wool blocks do not make any vibrations at all. You can jump on them, you can walk on them, you can do basically whatever you want on them, and you can break them without setting off any vibrations. However, carpets are not necessarily the same. As you can see, we can place one of these next to a Sculk sensor, and that still activates. Carpet doesn't even dampen your footsteps either, so it's kind of useless to have in the Deep Dark. You need to take in full wool blocks in order to avoid the sensors and shriekers picking up your movements. And this means that the humble wool block is now one of the most powerful blocks in the game, because it's one of the only things that can help protect you against the Warden. The Sculk Shrieker is actually a redstone component, so it can be activated by redstone, as you can see there. I think I just found possibly the most evil thing that you can do to a friend's base in Minecraft, and that is literally summon a Warden in it. You can summon a Warden anywhere that you want. All you need is a Sculk Shrieker and darkness. As you can see, a Warden cannot spawn because I have absolutely torch spammed this area. The Warden can crawl out of and crawl into what appears to be almost any block, so we can summon in ourselves a Warden using a lever, so we can summon a Warden on demand, and then as you can see, he just straight up crawls out of the ground. Look at that amazing animation. Wow, that is really awesome. So as you can see, they do need darkness. They can't summon somewhere that's in a high light level, like from torches or a skylight. But other than that, you can power up a Sculk Shrieker anytime that you like and have Wardens on demand, which is by far the most evil thing that you can do to your friend's house. Oh, there he goes. What is that? That is a beautiful animation. So as you can see there, the Warden can crawl into pretty much any block that it likes, I would imagine. It doesn't need to crawl into Sculk. We may as well see what this guy's like in the light of day. So hi, Warden buddy, how's it going, Mr. Dude? Uh-oh. Also, as you can see, even if you're on the surface, that darkness effect is a pretty killer. And of course, the Warden's attack also destroys your shield and deactivates it. So if he attacks us, as you can see, there goes the shield. It's broken and you can't use it for a couple of seconds. So yeah, you can summon this in your friend's base and there's just not much they can do about it besides run away and get a new base. He's a very persistent person. I do not want to give you an autograph. I'm sorry. No, I don't take pictures with fans. Oh my God. Aha, take that, Mr. Dude. I got myself a pillar of blocks. How do you feel about that? No comment. Okay, that's fair. He's growling at me. He sounds like a horse. I ran away like 100 blocks using spectator mode and he still found me. He's kind of adorable how he waddles. He waddles. Unfortunately, there is no goat horns on Java Edition at the moment, so we can't actually see what they do. I still have a feeling that they scare the Warden in one way or another. The Warden is also ultra ripped as well. Like, it just straight up destroys an iron golem. As you can see there, it's like 5 hits. So the Warden has 250 hearts or 500 health, and the Ender Dragon only has 100 hearts. So this is how many hearts it looks like if you were to have this on a survival player. That is 25 rows of hearts, or health boost 119. As you can see, this Ravager is going to take a very long time to kill us. This is what it's like to try and kill a Warden. They just do not die. There's literally no point in trying to kill a Warden. So this Warden is dealing 12.5 hearts of damage right now. I'm not sure if that's because of the health boost being weird or whatnot, but I still have full netherite on. So 12.5 hearts of damage is kind of incredible. This guy is swole. It's also worth noting that even if you have a milk bucket, you can't really get rid of the darkness effect. Like, it goes away for a couple seconds and then it more or less comes back immediately. And even if you got night vision, it doesn't really help out that much. You can see the blocks that are very close to you a little bit better, but you can still only see about 10 blocks into the distance. Night vision potions are definitely a good thing to have in this biome. However, they're not going to do a ton for you when you're running away from the Warden. So 2 tall tunnels like this will keep the Warden out. It can't really get to you. However, it can walk into a 3 tall tunnel. So be wary of this. It can go through a 1 wide passageway. It's kind of gnarly. Oh, geez. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? I'm dead. Legitimately, a pretty decent way to get around the deep dark cities is to jump on these upper walls. You'll make a whole bunch of noise, but the Warden can't really get to you up here, so it is relatively safe. My biggest criticism of the ancient cities right now is that there's basically no reason to actually go here besides the 1 unique enchantment and to get yourself a couple of Sculk blocks. But all you need is 1 Sculk catalyst and then you can farm everything else pretty easily. So there's not really a ton of reasons to come here and get decimated by the Warden. Hopefully this will be addressed in future snapshots. If you're extra sneaky and you're extra careful, then you can find loot chests, and this has a lovely health potion in it. Some books, I'm sure those are a good novel, and then a candle. Thanks, Minecraft. I went all this way for a candle. You can also get a couple of Sculk blocks in the loot chest, and of course a random enchantment book as well. If you're very lucky, you can find a new enchantment in the Deep Dark chest called a Swift Sneak. There are 3 levels of this, and you can enchant this on your boots, so that basically whenever you're crouching, you walk the same speed as normal. So here's the regular crouching speed, and if I put on some Swift Sneak 3 boots, as you can see, I am now going the regular walking speed, which is kind of convenient when trying to go around the Deep Dark. That way you don't activate everything and get a Warden. However, this doesn't stack with any of the other boot enchantments such as Depth Strider, Soul Speed, Feather Falling. I mean, this is kind of a nice crouching speed, not gonna lie. This feels kind of nice. This enchantment just isn't really worth having for any real occasion besides pranking people, I guess. Sneaking up on them in, like, UHCs or other PvP combat situations, but it's definitely not something that you're going to have on your boots at like any regular time in your day-to-day worlds. Something that is very peculiar about the ancient cities is these reinforced Deepslate frames. These are basically the center attraction of the ancient cities, and as of right now, we don't know what they do at all. We have these strange little pillars in front of them that have the redstone lamps, and for some reason a waterlogged Sculk sensor on them as well. This kind of looks like a portal frame, like a really, really big portal, but there's no mobs that size besides like the literal Ender Dragon, and that's just going full-blown conspiracy at this point. There's no way to acquire these in survival. You can't get these at all, but these blocks have been hiding in the background of images from developers and in Minecon footage ever since the very beginning of the teasers for the Deep Dark. So something needs to be done with this. Also, you notice that the entire thing basically looks like a Warden. If you back up, it's got the little ears right there. And then I guess this is basically the mouth. I wonder when the Warden got his ears pierced, because like that's a pretty big piercing. Maybe it doesn't do anything at all, but it's definitely some sort of shrine leading up to it. As you can see, it's pretty obvious that the Warden is something special, and this entire area is dedicated to it. It doesn't seem like the Warden built this itself, so the entire Deep Dark Cities is kind of a treasure trove of lore. There's also just an absurd amount of candles at the base of the statue as well, so it kind of seems like somebody's been down here. Also, this one looks like it's drooling because of these Sculk blocks that are right there. Interestingly enough, you can actually push it with a piston, and you can also pull it with pistons as well. So that is very strange. I wonder if that's intentional or not, because this is a super unbreakable block that you can only get in a very finite quantity. This stuff truly takes a very long time to mine. I've already been here for 30 seconds. It literally takes a minute and a half to mine, if not longer, with Efficiency 5 Netherite, and it doesn't even drop anything. You can't even get this in survival. It is completely blast resistant as well to TNT. And that is about everything there is to know about the Warden and the ancient cities. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video and learned a thing or two about it. And if you did, then of course consider dropping a like on the video or maybe subscribing to the channel to help us reach 500,000 subscribers. Otherwise, thank you again, and I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. And then there was silence.